Remember I was saying about how sometimes when people meet somebody with profound multiple learning disabilities, they're not sure what to do or how to be. They get self-conscious and feel nervous, and they're not sure if... I think when you don't get the kind of typical social responses that you might get in another situation, like somebody smiling because they're pleased to see you, or somebody responding to the things that you've said to them, it can be very easy to begin to doubt yourself, like, am I just annoying this person? I remember Chris Fuller, the founder of Bag Books, saying the most important thing if you're working with a child with profound multiple learning disabilities is to try and teach them to smile, because if they can give that feedback, they will get better care in life. And just being so hit by it as a statement and thinking, I had never considered teaching somebody to smile, but you think, oh, I can so see how that would have an effect. So you do get those people who are daunted, but you also get people who, like in the situation where they're coming for the job interview, or they're coming into a home to meet a person who they know that their role is contingent on them getting along with that person. You can have the other end of the scale. You can have the total over enthusiastic, hey, let's do a thing, oh, it's so good to see you, and there's as much disconnect in that as there is in the person who just doesn't interact. Because if you overwhelm somebody with all of your communication, I was talking about the person who didn't see any point in the art activity because there wasn't a valuable end product in their eyes. If that person had gone, oh, great, paint, let's move your hands in the paint. Let's look, this is red paint. This is, done all of that. That would be just as like, oh, that's not process either, is it? That's attack. The activity is coming for you, and you don't have agency in that because somebody else is moving your body, somebody else is doing your doing for you. And they both come from the same place, don't they? It's both a kind of a nervousness and that over the top response. I remember reading somewhere ages ago in a piece of research about how when people don't use mouth words, the people around them tend to use more mouth words. It's as if we have an understanding that between you and I, we are supposed to say this number of words. You're not saying any words. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I'll say the rest of them. And so people end up talking more than they usually would. And the tip to anybody would be to slow down and shut up. Because honestly, it's such a revealer of capacity. If you put a pause in, the overenthusiastic person has a lovely opportunity to connect, because if you come up to somebody and you really let them know you're there and you're like, hi, and you're making that connection through your expression, and then you wait, you might not get the full, yes, great to see you, back from them, but you might get a kind of, a little bit of noticing. There's a respect in that, waiting for them to have their turn, that there's not in just the complete, over the top children's entertainer pantomime that continues no matter what they do. So offering an invitation to engage and then holding back, not saying anything, allowing them to process what's doing. Like maybe you moved their hand in the paint and they felt their hand go across in the paint and they can see that there's a mark on the paper now. Maybe it'll take them a while for that to sink in, to go, okay, moving my hand makes a mark on the page and maybe I'll do that. It can take processing time. And if you slow down and allow for processing time, like you could challenge yourself. Can I just sit here for a minute without saying anything, without offering any prompt? What happens if I sit here for longer? what happens if I wait until they do something first? Then you can get I want to say curious. It's like a more curious interaction. It feels like a different place. It feels like exploring a different sort of social landscape. And yeah, so maybe it's pause, shut up, slow down, and be curious. Maybe that's the advice. I don't imagine that's how you deliver training to the new member of staff. Hello, welcome to class 5. Would you please shut up, slow down, and be curious? But maybe it is. Maybe it's really, I don't know. But the nub point of allowing processing time, that one's valid.